Namaste. I've been doing the tarot card reading from a long time now and greatly attracted to the energies of this particular and especially fascinated by the occult tarot from the Aleister Crowley and Lady Frieda Harris called Thoth Tarot deck, which I customized a bit with my own tantric painting. And if you want to understand or if you want to try it out, you can just visit my website, which is called www.ironsyoga.in. In that there is a section called free tarot reading, and it will open up to another page in which the descriptions are being provided that lets you to connect with me. So in this particular video, I would love to talk about how to get in sync with the energies of Thoth Tarot deck. This particular deck of tarot is highly psychedelic. It has an amazing property of transcending one's own self into something better or higher consciousness. Let's say it's God's consciousness itself. That's why this particular deck of tarot has been highly fascinating for me. I met, or the tarot cards has came into my life when I was with a particular organization. They are into Oshoistic meditation, and the guy who introduced me to the lifestyle of Oshoistic meditation is called Prasad, and he started a meditation center in Bangalore. And while I'm visiting him, I saw the tarot deck which has been designed by the mystic Osho. And then I started, this particular incident was very drawing for me, and this deck has drew me a lot into the tarot. And then I analyzed how these particular decks are working. I was more of a logical person in that moment of time. So I approached the energies of love with a logical heart. Now it seems very illogical, but that was the time. Then I understood original Rider-Waite tarot is the tarot which has been using from millennia, from Europe to the gypsies, Europe throughout gypsies and the peoples from Egypt, things like that. Then when I went into great detail of original Rider-Waite tarot, I got stuck into the Thoth tarot, and in that a particular guy named Aleister Crowley, with his own tantric concert, Lady Frieda Harris, designed a particular deck called Thoth Tarot deck. It was a jump from Oshoistic approach to the truth. It was a jump from Oshoistic approach towards truth to esoteric approach to the truth. This is where I understood esotericism has, or at least it's going in sync with my own energy. And European concept of esoteric approach is going in sync with the Eastern philosophies. I was in Gurukula with some sadhus and my teachers like that, and it was a great opportunity for me to experience this state of mind which the Upanishads was talking or preaching, which is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So once I got this particular experience, I understood esoteric approach is more truthful towards the God consciousness. And I've been doing the tarot card since then. I've been doing the tarot card reading from to people whoever is approaching, and I think almost 99.9% of the time the readings which comes out from the Thoth Tarot deck is correct. So I customized this particular deck of tarot which I am using with one of my tantric painting, the goddess. And since then I've been using in intuitive way. So I would love to walk you through the first meanings which comes out from the Thoth Tarot deck while we were reading or while we were performing a reading. So Thoth Tarot deck has two parts. One is Major Arcana and the second part is Minor Arcana. So the Minor Arcana has the number of cards which we use in the play, like it will start from Ace and ends in the King. So it has total 14 cards in each set, like that, four decks. So this is Minor Arcana, and apart from that there are 22 more cards which is in Major Arcana. And if we look into the Major Arcana, it is nothing but the deception of the life which a particular person will go through. That is the pictorial representation which we can see in the Major Arcana of the tarot. So I'm holding that particular decks, the Major Arcana in my hand, and we will go through images one by one. So first one in this particular deck is the Fool. When you look into this particular image, it has actually psychedelic properties, and this is highly transcendental as well. So in order to approach this particular energy, you have to understand the Kabbalistic approach towards life. In Jewish ideology, or we could collectively call it as mystical Christianity. See, I customized the tarot card in the way which East can understand, but actually here the back of the tarot cards hold a Rosicrucian cross. Rosicrucian was a secret society in mid-Europe. They were talking about the mystical traditions of Christianity. So this one, the back of this It is generally a Rosicrucian cross or the symbol of Thelema. Thelema is the religion which the founder of this particular deck called Aleister Crowley has found out. It is interesting to look into the Thelema religion as well, because at that particular point of time it is been got stamped as the religion of Satan. Why? Because the religions, so-called Christianity or Mohammedan religions, they all propagate an agenda called catch them as sinners, meaning they will stamp everybody as sinner. Who generally human beings are sinners, and if they want a liberation from the sins they do, they have to follow the particular god, and the god only can give them the liberation. This was the idea. And right now I think most of the peoples are not living in that era. Like, peoples are believing that we are sinners and God has to give us the salvation. So that's why Thelemic approach, or the people who are belong to this particular Thelema religion, is being got stamped as satanic people, because they don't believe the human beings as sinners. Obviously that is not. Anyway, let's begin the card, the Fool. The Fool, this is the first card in the Major Arcana. So imagine a fool. You got birth in this particular plane of existence, and here you are a fool because you don't know anything. You have an innocence of a kid, but you will still get fooled as you grow up. That is another story. Anyway, the belief of the fool is so innocent that he will believe anything, and you are disappointing a fool, again he will believe you. That is why it is called fool. But as a person, as an innocent, he is a fool. He believes anything. See, if you transcendent, if you look into the image much more deeper, the more symbols will come out. Like, for example, one animal is hanging on one of the foot of this particular fool, and it is biting this fool. So what does it mean? What does it indicate? Even then he has a smile, an innocence of smile in his face, even though he looks like devilish. This is fool. It's very beginning. You believed. So this is what the first card, the Fool. The next card is the Magus. Generally, it will be the Magician, an original Rider-Waite card. This particular card is actually the Magician. But here it is the Magus. Magus is the energy. You can create, you can transcend, you can approach, you can create illusions. From nowhere you can create illusions. This is the first look into this particular card, meaning the Priestess. The next card in this deck is Priestess. So what does it mean? The card of Priestess is indicating a higher order opening is necessary. A higher order of energy is necessary. The next card in this deck is the Empress. What does it mean? This card, especially if you look really deep into this particular card, we can see the similarity of this particular card with the goddess Saraswati. So it's feminine innocence. It's a feminine innocence what we can actually see in this particular card. It's a kind of feminine innocence and pure in heart. That is why the lotus flower in the heart symbolizes. It's pure. Next one, the Emperor. This particular card is indicating the power of ruling. It's exactly meaning what the Emperor meaning. It's a power of ruling. It's ready. It's a time for you to rule. The Hierophant. This is also the higher calling, but there is a lot of obstacles are existing. If you see the around of this particular card, there is a lot of skulls, skeletons and animal symbols and many things, especially the sacred geometrical symbols of the stars, which has been related to the yantras in the Indian mythologies, and the symbol of the Satan in different kind of traditions. So if you, and the pharaoh, in the pharaoh you can see an image of pharaoh in the background of this particular image. So when you go greater detail, more will be unlocked, but you have to trust your intuition while approaching any card of this particular deck. This is very very essential to remember, because tarot is also known as the mirror of the soul. And this is the next card is the Lovers. What does it mean? The Lovers. It's a time for you to honor your body. You have to open up a bit in your body that will let you to enter new energies into your life, and it will let you to understand more energies into your life, and it will give you more opening in a greater aspect. So it essentially means you have to open up your potential of sexuality, whether it is with your partner or it is with your friends or whatever. This is a time for you to honor your urges of your body. And the next card in this is Chariot. What does the card Chariot means? Chariot is someone who is guiding, who is actually he's a chariot. So it's a time to you to take control of the vehicle which you are driving, which is actually slipping away from you. You have to take control of this. The next card in this list is Adjustment. In original Rider-Waite Tarot, this is the Balance. So this is, you have to understand, it's a karmic symbol, meaning there is karmas which you have done that will come back to your life, and this is a particular point of life which you have to deal with the karma which is coming back from the previous deeds. You have to deal with this, and that's why it's adjustment. You have to look on what is happening and you have to work on it accordingly. And the next card is the Hermit. Hermit, if you look into this, you can see it is going into a meditative state. So it is very essential at this point of time for you to go for a deep sense of meditation that will give you greater clarity. And the next one in this list is the Fortune. It's the Wheel of Fortune, which is coming to an end, which is getting a rotation and it is coming to an end. So Wheel of Fortune is a circle. Life is a circle. According to quantum physics also, if you send a ray of light from one place in this particular universe, it will come back to that particular place. So similar way, life is also like that. It is a circle. So it's a coming to a completion. And if you're wealthy at this particular point of time, you have to enjoy your wealth which you've been earned. Meaning, karma is one of the Purusha Dharma according to Vedas. So, and also Chanakya also was saying the use of wealth is to enjoy. So if you are not doing that, you have to understand you got what you are capable to. So please enjoy the wealth you are having. Just go out with friends, just go and visit some places, go to some relatives and enjoy, make them happy and things like that. Do enjoy your wealth. The next card is in this list is lust. What is a lust means? It's a passionate approach. Maybe it would be towards a woman or towards something which you are working on or some projects which you are working on. You got attached. You have a passion towards it. So work on that. It will guide you to more. The next card in this list is the Hanged Man. If you look into this particular card, you can see a man which is hanging upside down. So here at this particular point of time, it is essential to understand your past did put you in at this particular position which you feel like you are upside down. So it's a time to work on that. The next card is the Death. The very important factor over here to understand, the card Death doesn't symbolize a physical death. Rather, it is the death of a particular situation. For example, you are clinging towards a particular project and that is coming to an end. So you have to understand this. This is the card Death and it's coming towards an end. The next card in this list is Art. What is this art means? The card Art symbolizes it's a time to bring creativity in your life. If you see the alchemist, they are mixing the metals in high temperature and creating something new. It can be good or it can be bad also. It has two sides. As you look more, the more details will be revealed and more things you can see. So however, it's a time to bring creativity in your life. And this card, this is called the Devil. As I have already discussed, the Talaima got labeled as the religion of Satan. The similar way, your shadow, entire mostly the religions which got birth or which work around do's and don'ts. Those religions put people in a fright that they have to be scared of the devil. So this scarcity has to come out. And to take out the dark from your life, the only way to approach is to do the shadow work. I have did a video in greater length about the shadow work, which you can see in my YouTube channel. So the card Devil has a very great significance. It is showing that your shadow is coming out. It's a time for you to work on the shadow. that has to be done very properly. So it will kill the shadow on you, and the greater consciousness, accelerated consciousness or explanatory consciousness is possible from you. That can be only achieved by working on your shadow. The next card in this list is the Tower. The next card in this list is the Tower. You can see what is this card Tower means. Tower means there is a transition. There is a greater collapse has been happened in your existence or the surroundings you were in. So you have to come out from that. This is what the Tower indicates. It's a total collapse, and you have to transcend that energy. The next card is the Star. Star is the greater, the expansion, the consciousness will be get expand up to, the star. So you can see the possibilities, the greater possibilities you have, things like that, of fear and things like that is coming to an end. So this is what the card, the Star, signifies. And there is two cards comes. The Moon, the next two cards are the Moon and the Sun. So these two got a very great significance. We will come to the Moon first, then go to the Sun. But I have to tell you, there is something called Moon magic as well as the Sun magic, or the white magic as well as the black magic. As there are only two states, one is dead or alive, ones or zeros. Like that, there is the path of the Sun and the path of the Moon also exist, and this differs from the person to person. For someone the path of the Moon will suit best. For someone the path of the Sun will suit best. So we have to figure it out, which one suits to whom best. And coming to the card, the Moon, it's more of the feminine side, the darkest side. Feminine doesn't mean the darkest side. It's more of the feminine side. Along with the other cards only we can actually see, but it's more of the feminine creativity and the darkest aspects of your life. And the next one is the Sun. This is the brightest side of your life, light, consciousness, Shiva consciousness, which means Vairagya. You have Vairagya if this card is coming out. This is what the card, the Sun, means. And the next card is the Aeon. Aeon is the god of the wisdom. It's from the Egypts. So this is the time for you to become a bit wiser. And the last card in this list is the Universe. It's a time to free yourself and go really deep into the existential energies, to the great bliss. And throughout video, it was a very, very, very abstract, quick viewpoint into the Aleister Crowley's tarot deck. In order to understand really deep, one way is to meditate on each card's properly. That will unveil, that will unlock many possibilities in the life. And if you feel, you can approach the book, the Aeon, you can read those things. Better is to look into these images and let your mind to create what it feels to see these images. So this will help you to develop a psychic ability in your mind. Especially these particular cards are going in sync with East and West philosophies. Thank you for watching.